What's going on, everybody? It's just Jared making a quick video for you guys, showing you guys how to use the SP-404, which you can see here as a send out of Ableton, with these fancy camera skills that I'm showing off. But yeah, I'm gonna get right into it for you guys. So I just wanted to show you guys in Ableton what my inputs and outputs actually look like. So as you can see, I have my external, which you'll see in just a second, and as well as setting up your 3 and 4 coming out of your interface, which is the more important part. So now coming over into the actual hardware itself, I got the SP here as well as the Apollo. It's a Twin X interface, and I'll honestly probably make another video on both of these things individually, but to get right into it, I have cables coming out going to my monitors, as well as cables coming out that are going into my 404. So this cable right here, these two coming into my 404, are coming out of my Apollo. So that's the 3-4 that I set up in the outputs of my Apollo from Ableton, coming out of this cable, coming into my 404. Now I'm going to set my external source because it's coming out from here into here. And now what we're going to be doing is going back out of your 404, coming back into the Apollo through just the 1-2s. And the only thing I got to set up is just to make sure that we're giving it some signal. And again, gain staging is something completely different, but alright, so now all we're going to do in Ableton is go over to our audio effects, go over to utilities, go over to external audio effect, and I already made a send for it, but basically just drag this onto an audio track. So now we have it as a send, right? And now all we're going to do is send audio to that 3-4 that's coming out of the Apollo and come into, the 1-2, which you can see coming from the Apollo again. So again, just to give you the overview, it's a 3-4 coming out of Apollo into the 404, external source on, 404 out of itself into the Apollo, the 1-2. So now all I'm going to do in the software is I'm going to start with the gain as low as possible because I don't want to blow up my speakers basically. And I'm also just going to pull in a sample here. So now when I have a drum loop that's actually dragged and dropped in, and I start playing it, you can see we're getting stuff. I'm just going to basically increase the volume until it starts clipping red. Come right below that basically. And again, you can make this perfect. You can just touch the red if you want to. Again, we're going to do the same thing with here. You're going to go until right before you hit the red. So now we're coming in so now the only thing that's left to do is basically take another audio track, set it to resample, and we're going to be just resampling. You can either resample the track or you can resample the master depending on what you want. It doesn't really matter. Obviously set it to record, arm your track, set the thing to record, and then you're all fucking good to and bang, you got yourself some audio. So again, just set up your outputs out of your interface the right way in your DAW as well as the inputs, and then you'll be able to send through your SP-404 and put any effects on. And again, you just have to re-record the audio back in, whether it's through resampling the track or resampling the master, depending on what processing you want on it. So with that being said, that's going to conclude the video, and hope you guys got something out of this and enjoyed it. And if you did, leave some comments below, and like and subscribe and do all the things that everyone tells you to do because it's good for the algorithm. And peace!